So this is the second video to demonstrate the phaser failure on the Land Rover LR3. In my case, I've got a 2007 with 105,000 miles, and it makes a bad startup rattle from a cold start, and if you let it sit for an hour or so. So this is a fully assembled phaser. And these are the main parts of a disassembled phaser. So what's bothering me about this is the main cam gear right here sits right on the cam and it floats freely. That's the way it's supposed to go. And then this part right here with the lobes on it, this is what is fixed to the camshaft with the cam bolt. So this sits in here, and when you bolt it down, that locks it to the cam. So the key parts are this hole right here and this pin. That pin is supposed to lock into that hole. And since you can see this is an extremely tight tolerance right here on the shaft for this to spin freely, this is a really tight tolerance here too. The idea in my other video about this housing being off center didn't work because this diameter here and this one right here, they're going to stay on center with each other. So what's the real problem? Because I was trying to push this all up and saying it wouldn't go. Because this, when they go, every time it comes around to that hole, it's going to lock. Because you're not going to change that. So then I figured it out, I think. So there's lock. That should be your startup right there. Instead, what's happening is you're starting up right here and this thing's going ching, 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 making a noise. So here's what I figured out. When you put the oil chamber housing on, if that's what you call it, and I'm just going to loosely fit these screws because I want there to be play here. Okay, all three of them are just a little finger tight, but I can still move the housing right there. So with the cam lobe all the way against the end of the cam and the gear pushed up into the pin so it's compressing the pin right now, I'm going to go ahead and stick this in here. Just to get it a little bit tight so it doesn't move. So there's our variable cam, our variable timing in action right there. So depending on the load, it'll move, it'll move. Well, it's supposed to lock into position when you shut the motor off. If you hold, here's the bump stop, right here to this part right here. And if I hold this bump stop all the way down, up against here, I can move this back and forth to the stop. You can even hear it click, listen. And I got no lock. It doesn't lock at all. The pin doesn't go in. So my gear and my lobes are on the center of the cam, but no lock. Well, as soon as I let go, there, it's locked. So this right here is the problem in tolerance. I believe that the cam this thing gets twisted like that somewhere during the course of so many thousands of miles or whatever it may be, and that prevents this from locking up like it's supposed to right there. Do it one more time. All right, so holding the tolerance all the way here, no lock. Oh, it locked there, but I let go of it. So that's it.